Hi, this is Conrad Zimmerman with FistShark Marketing. If you're into our show, we hope you'll consider supporting us with a small monthly contribution through Patreon. For less than the price of admission to a donkey show, you can help us conceive acts of equally senseless depravity. Just visit patreon.com/fistshark or click the big Patreon button at fistshark.com for more information. And thanks for listening.
Conrad, I've just had a fantastic idea.
Oh?
Revivals are big at the moment.
They certainly are. Lot of money.
They still love remakes, still love reboots, still love soft reboots, still love reboots, still love soft remakes, and rebooted remakes, and rebimo remakes. Those are all the things they like. And I've decided, upon the next hot property, we re-release for a hot new generation, as well as something that'll delight the older fans.
I'm all ears. I can't wait. I am beyond excited in my sense of anticipation. Look at how hard my pants are.
Rock solid as far as I could. Not even a crease on those. I don't even know how you can walk in those hard pants.
It is it's a challenge, but I'm gonna. Well, you know what? Maybe I just need the sweet release of knowing what this idea is.
That might be it. Okay, not that I want to belabor the point or tease it out any longer, but when we think of this idea, this great idea for a franchise revival that I've had, we have to consider life itself, okay? And what is life like more than anything else? It's like a hurricane here in Duckburg.
It is a lot like a hurricane, isn't it?
Yeah. Specifically in a city full of bipedal ducks.
Yeah, you got your race cars, your lasers, your aeroplanes.
Well, if I'm perfectly honest with you, with the speed at which you reference those things, it came at me like a duck blur.
Like a hurricane.
Yes.
It came at you like a hurricane.
It came at me like a hurricane. So let's solve this mystery right now, because I'm about to rewrite history. DuckTales. Woohoo!
Whoa! That's a great idea. That's a beloved property. It was fresh and original while still staying true to its roots, and we can do the same thing again.
Of course we can. All we got to do is find the right cast to bring DuckTales back to life. And then I think, this property, which no one's doing anything with right now, will catapult itself to the top of the cultural zeitgeist, which is a word I know.
This is a great idea. This is brilliant. Who are we going to cast? Like where do we start? I guess we should probably start with the central figure, right? We want our Scrooge.
Who is going to be Scrooge McDuck? Now, what is Scrooge McDuck? What does he mean to people? He is Scottish.
Right.
He's a Scotch man. He comes from Ireland. We have to think of that. What else is he? He is rich, obviously, a businessman, loves money, is miserly, although that was toned down from his original Disney appearance. He is an older gentleman, of course, older, wiser, but not always smart. He will be impulsive and get himself and, of course, his nephews into all sorts of capers. I'm thinking Tobey Maguire.
I like Toby. I love Toby. You know I love Toby. Everybody loves Toby.
Who doesn't love the tugboat?
But I don't know. I don't know that he's really gonna capture like the full range that we need. I'm gonna throw this out there. See what you think.
Okay.
Owen Wilson.
Interesting.
Right?
Interesting. Owen Wilson is Scrooge McDuck.
Right? The wealthy Scottish billionaire treasure hunter.
Yeah, I could see it. There's potential.
Energetic, aggressive, a little crotchety, and stuck in his ways. And nobody's going to bring that passion out like Owen Wilson would.
Unless we aim really high.
Okay, I'm ready.
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Ooh, the Prince Man.
The prince himself. Who else knows about privilege than a prince?
Ah, I mean, it's such a shame you don't get to see his face because he's so handsome, but...
Well, yeah, he is a handsome, handsome boy. But it's either him or, and I am edging more towards this as I think about it, because again, I've got to think the Scottish, the charm and charisma that you need, and you need someone who's hot right now.
And someone paternal.
Yes, I'm thinking David. Oh, what's his name? David. Who could play Scrooge? David Duchovny. That was it. David Duchovny as Scrooge McDuck.
Brilliant. Done. Sold. We're set. That, no question, David Duchovny is the perfect Scrooge McDuck.
Awesome. So we've got that role sorted. Launchpad McQuack. I think Launchpad is going to be the other central figure here.
Oh, yeah.
He may not have as big a role as Huey, Dewey in the news, but we do... When I think of DuckTales, I think of Scrooge, then I think of Launchpad.
Oh, yeah, no, Launchpad's necessary. He's the glue that sort of keeps everything together, so...
Well, it's the heart of the show.
Yeah, I agree. So we'll need to find someone who can play a little bit goofy. It has some comedic range, some good timing. Launchpad's a kind of... I don't know if I'd go so far as to call him dim-witted.
No, but he is negligent. He can be ditzy. But ultimately, he's a good guy at heart, and he's always great for a laugh.
And so you need someone that's got that sort of easygoing nature in their voice. And okay, here's a thought: Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart. I like it. Because I wanted Daniel Day-Lewis, but I think he's going to be a bit outside our price range. Patrick Stewart, however, I mean, I've seen him do some right shit.
No, the man has no standards.
Yeah, so I'm sold. I don't even want to try and come up with another one for that. I think Patrick Stewart as Launchpad is perfect. Now I think we've got to get to Huey, Dewey, and the News. How are we going to cast these three rapscallions?
Well, do we want to go with a child actor, someone hip that the kids will relate to?
Well, it would give Tobey Maguire another shot in this.
Oh, that's true. And, I don't know, maybe Emmanuel Lewis?
Okay, Tobey Maguire, Emmanuel Lewis, I'm into that. We need a third one, for the News, specifically. Daisy Ridley. No, let me change that. Mila Jovovich.
Okay, all right. And then there's Webby we have to think about.
Yes, we do, of course, have to think about Webby. And for Webby, let me think. Willem Dafoe?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Dafoe's fine. I was thinking Ernest Borgnine, but Dafoe would be great. I mean, Dafoe goes anywhere, and frankly, I can't have him calling me at home anymore.
No, ever since they let him out, he's been aggressive with the phone calls and the threats. I think if we give him something...
If we just put him to work somewhere, maybe he'll... Yeah.
Maybe he'll stop with the plan. So, I think that's the main cast fleshed out.
Yeah, I think more or less.
The only thing that really needs to be worked on from now, I think, is how do we turn the original DuckTales theme into a dubstep number?
So I think that'll reduce consumption by something like, I don't know, 10, 15% if we just, turn off the lights in Craig's box.
Yeah, speaking of Craig, because I do think that conservation efforts begin with Craig.
I couldn't agree more.
We talk about saving energy consumption, heal the world and all that. What's your stance on consumption in general? Because I think we can cut down just consumption by 15% if we sew Craig's mouth shut.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, I don't know what that would do for the planet. Then again, I've never seen him use a trash can. He might be a terrible litter bug. So if he can't eat, He can't have those tubes of Pringles. He can't drop them on the floor like he probably does. I don't know. I've never seen him eat Pringles.
I mean, you raise an interesting point, but it doesn't. Then he'll just throw away the tube. That doesn't actually prevent him from littering. It just prevents him from eating.
Oh yeah, there's more litter because now the tube's full of Pringles, and they're not biodegradable.
I could see advantages and reasons to sew his mouth shut. Certainly, that's a given, and we should do that.
Yeah, let's put that down as a plan. But that's separate from our Earth Day preparations. That's just
Right.
That's just a day preparation. That's just for any day. So, Earth Day, turn off all the lights in Craig's cabinet. Any day, sew his mouth shut.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Perfect. Okay, so, Earth Day is coming up. The senior partners want us to be green this year. They did start by doing that quite literally. We've had a number of people in QA pass out because their pores were blocked up by the spray paint. I do believe someone at great physical risk did explain to the senior partners what it means to actually be green, and that's why we have to do this shit now. I'll be honest with you, I'm not that interested. Saving the planet doesn't mean much to me. I am pretty much scheduled for a heart attack at 45, and according to Dr. Nightscream, I won't live through it.
I don't know. It just seems to me that the Earth can take care of itself, right? It has persisted as long as it has.
It's been here all this time. And how many cars have been made in all of history? About 1 million.
Right.
And how much has the planet died? About 1 million. And that's not me saying it, that's just math.
Right, that's science speaking. I think there's a lot of question really up in the air still. Questions and carcinogens.
Exactly. Further research is needed. That's the thing. It's not research I ever want to see done.
Right.
But it's needed.
Until the facts are all in,
yeah,
I just don't think that we should be assuming that this is, about pollution or abuse of resources or dangerous mining practices.
But what it is about is posturing and looking good and looking like we are more eco-friendly than our competitors.
Piety is its own reward in terms of good public relations.
Absolutely. And that is why, as much as this whole thing bores me, I am committed to doing the best I can to save the planet or whatever. And as part of my efforts, I've decided to have more ice than usual in my drinks.
Oh, that's a very, very good idea.
Cool the planet down.
Helping keep things cool by using more ice.
Global warming? Not in my office, because this martini has 15 ice cubes in it.
So that explains the industrial-size freezer.
Yes! The industrial-size freezer, it makes a lot of noise, but that's because it's really good. And you can tell it's really good because it needs a lot of electricity to run.
Yeah, I can see that actually the lights have been dimming a little bit ever since you installed that.
Well, that might have something to do with the fusion reactor that's powering that and a number of other devices. All of which are designed to help save the planet.
Such as?
Smoke machine.
Nice.
This is a smoke machine that rather than produces a vapor from, some sort of fogging liquid, this actually billows real clouds of quite polluting smoke. My theory being that pollution is a zero-sum game, and so if I'm producing a lot of it here, it's not being produced elsewhere. It's keeping the pollution contained. And there are many, many funnels and pipes leading from that smoke machine into Craig's office/cupboard.
So by concentrating it all in one place, you're keeping it from reaching out into the wider world.
Yes. My hope is that Craig will breathe in so much of this toxic smoke and pollution and fumes that he will basically be like a giant ghost trap, but for smog instead of ghosts. And then when he's full,
Mm-hmm.
we just let go of the string that we're holding on to and let him float up into space. And then he's Mars's problem.
That's fantastic. I love it. I love it. I think that's such a great idea. And you know, it's a great way to give back, because, you know, we get so much out of tormenting Craig
That's true. That's
on
true.
a day-to-day basis. And it feels a little selfish, doesn't it? To like just have it for us when the whole world could be taking something from it.
And honestly, you know, I take the phrase give back quite literally here, because I don't think that little fucker was born on this planet. Look at it. I say give it back to space.
It does not look human.
Yeah. Let whatever tendrilled monstrosity from beyond the stars take this little work-shaped bastard back.
With his smug, smiling face and cheerful eyes that haven't been deadened by the world yet, despite our efforts.
Despite how hard we work, I'm trying to save the planet. It takes a lot out of me while he just sits there eating Pringles, probably. Oh, that reminds me, another thing I've been doing, and I think this might be the most effective thing I've done, is I've been wearing an open shirt and going, ha ha ha, a lot.
Really?
Yeah. It worked really well in the 90s. That pretty much closed up the hole in the ozone layer in the 90s before it was reopened again by Usher.
Oh, is that how we did it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Michael Jackson threw open his shirt and went, ha, for a bit. So I've been doing that like for about a couple of minutes each day.
Yeah, just do your part.
Yeah. Everyone in the annex really hates it, because I do it there, and I do it loud, and I do it in faces.
But it just goes to show that, you know, you don't have to do some big, sweeping, you know, change to policies or business practices or safety measures in order to ensure a brighter, safer, cleaner world. And there are little things that we can all do in our everyday life to make the world a better place.
Well, absolutely.
Like opening our shirts and it feels good. It feels
It feels good, it feels... I feel like the world's already a greener place. You see some of these idiots, they go down to the beach and they pick oil out of bird feathers. Fucking idiots. Star Wars, it is a Star Wars, it is a Star Wars, Star Wars today. Bum, 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 bum.
Star Wars today. It's Star Wars Day?
No, but I did find out that in the new Star Wars Han Solo prequel film, they're going to reveal Han Solo's real name.
Oh, wow.
Bollocks.
Oh, they are so smart.
Right? I didn't know it wasn't his real name. I thought he was called Han Solo, but they've now made up a secret, and I really want to know it. What could it be? San Holo?
Derek Greenland?
The Green Lantern?
Peter Quill?
Boba Fett?
That could be anything.
Could be anything, but more importantly than that, it's given me a fantastic idea. You and I, we ring up Disney, we slide a little bit of a FistShark flavoured marketing plan their way. Why stop at Han Solo?
Oh.
Why do Han Solo's real name and leave it at that? What if everyone in the Star Wars universe had an assumed name and it's revealed at the end of every film?
No, you're not thinking big enough.
There's bigger than this?
This information is going to be revealed in a specifically Han Solo movie, right?
Yes, that's right.
What if not just revealing the name at the end of a movie to convince people to go out? We make an entire movie explicitly for the purpose of revealing an individual character's name for every character in the franchise.
We do a series of movies in which we reveal the real name of every single Star Wars character.
The real name of Leia Organa.
The real name of Luke Skywalker.
The real name of Admiral Grand Moff Tarkin.
The real name of Darth Vader.
The real name of Jar Jar Binks.
This is fantastic. I love it. The real name of Sebulba, the pod racer. We could make a movie out of that. If we watch The Young Adventures of Han Solo, or whatever that's going to be called, if we just copy that plot verbatim and change characters, this becomes a very easy gig for us, and I don't think people will mind. They'll just want to know. They'll just want to know that Luke Skywalker's real name is Mark Webber. That's what I've decided it is, by the way. We're going to call Luke Skywalker Mark Webber. Leia Organa is going to be called Stormtrooper as a big twist.
Yeah, then no one would see that coming. That's really clever, yeah.
And it turns out the Stormtroopers all along were called Leia Organa.
What? Oh, mind blown.
Darth Vader's real name is Chubby.
Really, Chubby? He doesn't look like a Chubby.
Jabba the Hutt is called Jabba the Hutt, but there's 3 B's in the name.
Oh, a little twist. Yeah, this is great. But we can just make one movie and package it each time with, a different character.
Or, even better, what if we just re-release The Young Adventures of Han Solo every single year, but we just change a line at the end of the final scene? So, Han Solo looks at the camera and says, oh, by the way, Lando Calrissian's real name is Handy Stanley.
And it's not like these people don't watch these movies 100 times anyway.
Oh, they'll swallow this shit up constantly and ask for seconds.
At least this way, every time they watch the movie again, they get a little something different, right?
Yeah.
Just send them back out to the theaters every 6 months with a different character real name reveal.
That's it. Han Solo, or, whatever his real name is, San Holo, looks at the camera and says, oh, by the way, the Max Rebo band? Actually, the Bax Bebo manned.
And the great thing about this is, by the time we have worked our way through all of the existing characters in the canon, Disney will have been working on major trilogy installments, introducing new characters, and therefore giving us further license to extend the idea.
Given the amount of canon Star Wars characters we have to work with, I estimate it'll be at least 50 years before we even get to the Force Awakens characters. And this is the glorious vision anyone in film production has, we will be long dead by the time they find out that Finn's real name is Pontypool.
It's like a perpetual money machine. We're going to be cranking out millions and millions and millions of dollars for basically something that we could do in an afternoon.
Our children's children will benefit from this, because we live in a world now where movie franchises are designed to exist until everyone on this planet is dead. So this is just future-proofing our own livelihood.
And even beyond, because there comes a point now where, they are so part of the culture that they're going to run eternally. Once everybody is dead, they'll just put A New Hope back out, start all over, and we'll be there to say that Admiral Akbar's real name is Johnny Bigfellow.
Or that Chewbacca is actually called Oomph.
Or that Count Dooku's real name is Tavis Haversham.
Or that Yoda's real name is I got a letter from the Action Man.
FistShark Marketing is Jim Sterling and Conrad Zimmerman. Theme music by Ben Rama. Additional music by Alazar Chand. Our editor is Austin Yorsky. Get more episodes and learn how to support the show at FistShark.com. Follow us on Twitter at FistShark for more of our exploits. Complaints can be forwarded via email to fistsharkmarketing@aol.com. And remember, the arc of history is long, but memories are short. Goodbye.